what would you say to a music fan, a young fan who might be totally all about music, but think that politics is either not relevant or important to them?
Well, I guess it's hard for me to imagine that anybody wouldn't at this point realize how important, politics are. I mean, I was, one of those people. In my, when I was in college, it seemed pointless to vote to me, because they're all the same. Democrat, Republican, it was like, whatever, man, whoever, it's like, it's which jerk is going to get in, and it's not going to affect my life. But, man, that, we've learned that's not true, and seen it, especially in the past, 15 years, it's like, it's unbelievable. So I guess it'd be hard for me to imagine that a kid wouldn't see that and just be aware of the state that things are in. And just, how important it is, like, to take, we have the ability to take things into our own hands. And this country was built on that. It's fun. The funny thing is, all this stuff that happened has actually made me more patriotic than ever. Because I feel like we have to take our flag back, man. For the people who are distorting, human life, and human existence. And that's not what this country was built on. And so it's wild. Everything that's been going on is really. It's unbelievable what it's done. I see it with a lot of people too. More people are just aware. You guys, for example. There's just more people aware and trying to get out there. And it's so important. It's so important to vote. I hate to say it. It's like it's key. We can. It does make a difference, especially locally. You got to do it. We just had a major a major thing happen in our town in Woodstock, New York, with just the school board. I don't know. Something happened. Like 5 times the voters came out this year ever in the history. And totally changed, completely changed the system in one single vote. And to see, so when you see that happen, you realize that it can happen at every level. Although it's much harder on the big level, But we still got to, we got to do it. We got to try to make it happen.
Speaking about the big level, bringing it back to kind of national politics, 2008 summer approaching November. What do you think about what's going on? What do you think about the candidates at play? I'm curious to hear your opinion and your feelings.
Well, for me, it's a no-brainer. You got to vote for Obama. It's unquestionable to me. I don't envy anybody who's got to take over that job. But I just, to me, he's, from what I can see, at first, my natural thing is to be a skeptic. And to, start to question and wonder, like, hey, okay, sure, he seems good on the surface, but is he really that good? What? There's got to be something. But I know people that have connections with him from, when he was in college and stuff, and he's apparently a pretty righteous guy, And, he's definitely certainly handled everything that's happened very well. And what he's very, to have somebody who's articulate for a change, come on, man, it's amazing. Somebody who can actually speak and not blow it. It's like, God, it's nice. It would be nice, right? So just that, and I don't know what. It's so hard. I can't imagine what he's going to do. I don't know how to deal with the war. Is so. We're so deep in it. We've created this domino effect. It's not an easy one to get out of.
Yeah. One last question. It's a little different one. If you had, we as Music for Democracy, we don't just interview musicians. We also interview politicians, asking them questions sometimes relevant to music or things in general. What question would you want us to ask a politician?
Oh, man, I don't know. That's a hard one. I really think, for me, one of the things is about, arts, the arts in the schools, man, and arts for, I think it's so important, music and whatever, dance, all that, all the different arts, theater, visual arts, I think is really important, and it's really slipping out of our school systems. And that's what I would want to, ask is, what they think, they really think the value of that is and why, and try to impart upon them the importance of, it's a necessity of human life to make music and to do these things. We've been doing it. We were making music before we were talking, and as a species, I'm sure. And it's really, really important that we, that keeps going, because that changes us in ways that's wordless, and that's what we need. We need to grow gentler and open our hearts, and the arts are the way to do that. You can talk all you want, and then we're gonna find some word and disagree. It's so easy, but with sound and things that we just experience in a multi-level way, both emotionally and intellectually and everywhere in between. That has the power to change things in a very deep way, subconsciously, and that's what I would, want to get into, you know, because the other stuff, forget it, man. I don't, you know, it's like too much. It's you know, it's deep, you know, and. Yeah, sure, man.
Just one more thing. If you feel comfortable with this, we're putting a montage together. If you could just look into the camera, say, "I'm John Medeski."